Hello everyone and welcome back to our Victoria 2 campaign as Großdeutschland or Germany. When we had last left off, we have annexed all of Japan and we went to war with the United States to get our asses handed to us but still win the war. That's brilliant. Anyways, we were preparing for war with France, so let's just get right to it, shall we? Let's not delay the inevitable here. Another thing I wanted to do though, for the election, because I want jingoism. We are also going to ban the Dutch here just because it's fun. So I've done the usual, send the cause back home. Another thing I'm going to need to do though is to send these ships over to Japan. Those costs were letting all march together and took tons of attrition. Probably at a natural choke point like Nagoya. Oh, they're all replenished soon enough. Just like that, as if nothing was wrong. Probably gonna leave 2 cores in America, thinking about it. One to guard New York, one to guard Boston. Levine eventually. Gonna send this core all the way to Muscat to guard that. This is most definitely going to be our last episode. I don't see this taking anything more than 20 minutes, honestly speaking. Let's grab a call from Rome just in case we need them. Good memories from trashing the French. We even took Saint Pierre and Miquelon from them. That was God knows how many wars ago. They might have a point. Let's discredit the Soviets. We don't have to go to war immediately. We can wait until we have the jingoism event. Talking about that, we're gonna have to move some cores here. Execute him. You dock up in Busan for now. Let the ships repair. Get the East Asia squadron back together. Get our main battle fleet together. They've done a good job in blockading America. Although honestly nothing can top that feeling of crushing that Royal Navy all those years ago. Something should be forgotten. The ships took a month of repairs in the docks. Send one of these guys, each one call to guard one for Indian possessions. Okay, not you though. Oh wow, paper nationalists. I think it's the first time in a while we had any form of rebels. They're not ideological, but did the people rise before? I can't remember for the life of me. It sure as hell much easier than dealing with the gigantic ideological rebellions, however. Let's do it, Danjik. Finally have you back. Glad to have you back, in fact. Help our feeling take care of that. Obviously they went bankrupt, they don't exist anymore. Shut it down. Let's do it. Long live Germany. Force German curricula. I think we have to go to war right about now so that we have time to add a war goal and then peace out. We are patriots and we are going to fight for our country. That is absolutely right. Oh, why is the game so unreactive right now? Work smarter, demand the strictest discipline. When can we talk to them again? 30th of December? I mean 30th of November. Hopefully we should still have the jingoism after a month. The war is not going well enough. That's because we haven't done a single occupation yet. The situation should change pretty soon, however. The occupation of Paris over there. Conquest. Yes, we can peace out before the end of the month. And that is that. I mean, well, we've done it. That is it. That is the end of this campaign. Everything we strove to accomplish has been done. This campaign will last 15 more days. And all of Europe will be firmly our thumb. under our thumb. It has been the German century. It will continue to be the German century. Decline. What a joke. You know goddamn well what we want. Goodbye to you, my good sir. France is gone. Our old enemy has been utterly vanquished, and all of France is under the German boot. All of Europe, in fact, is under the German boot. Let's continue until the 31st of December, however. And let's look at the world in general before we finally end this game once and for all. We're first in everything. Why am I not surprised? December 31st, 1935, the last playable day of this game. Let's just zoom out and take a look at our empire. Europe is firmly under our thumb. Every single nation is either a great power on our sphere, with the exception of Portugal, cause who gives a shit about that shit rectangle anyway, am I right? Egypt fell off our sphere. That's probably a regret of mine. Should have done better with them, but they keep falling to rebellions, and well, they're halfway through another one. This time fascist. Anyways, Africa is firmly ours. It's not even a question. The only parts we don't occupy are Egypt, which was our sphere for a large majority of the game. Some parts here. Maybe we should have taken them from the British. We did take all of Mozambique though. At least modern day one. We didn't take Zululand from them. We did not take Angola from them. And the British, well, we did take the Cape Colony, but they have the rest of South Africa. We didn't touch the Boers, however, they are, on the other hand, within our sphere, so they're effectively ours. Madagascar, ours. Christmas Islands are ours. Borneo is largely ours, except for this annoying colonial race lost to Spain. We have New Guinea, we have quite a few Pacific islands. We have Alaska, and the Yukon territory, which is just recently snatched from Russia just to tidy up the borders. We have all of Japan, even the Kurils. We have Manchuria, Northern Korea, Southern Korea, except the area around Seoul, but I mean, we have a truce, we can't really do much about that. We have Qingdao and the surrounding Shandong Peninsula. We have both Hong Kong and Macau. We have a foothold in China and Guangdong. We have most of Indochina. No, we have all of Indochina. We have almost all of Siam, with the exception of Chiang Mai. We have Burma except for Pegu. It's just this one. Yeah, it's just this one province. That's annoying. But I mean, the British start off with that. We can't really do anything. We have all of Malaya. I mean, look at Arabia. It's all ours. Central Asia was one area I was not expecting initially to expand to, but here we are. We just took giant swaths of land here. And look at our eastern borders. We have all of Ukraine, all of Belarus, all of Finland, the Baltic states, and even a good chunk of Russia itself. In fact, we're just one province away from Moscow. Here it is, and we even took the old Russian capital of St. Petersburg. We have all of the Nordic states. We have St. Pierre and Miquelon and a foothold into America, controlling 1, 2, 3, 4 states from them. We have the island of Hispaniola. We're just taking a giant chunk of Brazil for God knows what reason, except for the fact it produces rubber. We have Uruguay. Oh my goodness, that's quite the rebellion you actually have there, Argentina. And well, that's an overview of our country, I guess. First in score by A large margin is not even funny. Our economy is booming. Let's go look at trade for a bit. Military goods. 70% of the world's ammunition. 92% of its small arms. 90% of its artillery. 90% of canned food. 100% of the world's tanks. 94% of its aeroplanes. None of its radios, however, for some reason. Half of its luxury furniture. Half of its luxury clothes. Half of its regular clothes. Slightly less than half of its liquor. More than half of its wine. Almost all of its telephones. Not a lot of cars actually, all things considered. Very little of, you know, use of RGO goods. Quite a lot of the world's paper. A fair amount of its cattle, fish, fruit, grain, tobacco. A lot of the world's lumber for some reason. A lot of the world's fabric as well. Almost 90% of its electric gear. 90+% of its convoys, both clippers and steamers for some reason. Explosives. Quite a lot of its fertilizer. Not a lot of fuel, all things considered. We needed fuel to run our military machines, so I'm quite surprised we aren't producing at least half of the world's consumption there. Nearly 70% of its glass, 75% of its machine parts, fair amount of cement, and a lot of good German crude steel. 1/3 of the world's production. That's it. That's why we went to war for rubber. We own 75% of the world's rubber supply, which is amazing considering how important it is as a good. 60% with tropical wood, 1/3 of the world's timber, quite a lot of iron, sulfur, coal, to power the factories, very little silk obviously, not a lot of wool either. What about the dyes? 60% ever since we could produce them, and very little cotton I'm assuming. No, actually 1/3. Let's look at the spheres of influence. Look at that, pretty Europe. Yeah, I'll say we did a good job. We actually have a continuous line of influence across the world, I think. Nah, we're split by China here. If we had taken, let's say, if we wanted to border go and nah, we would have taken 2 regions. Continue the strip of influence here. Cross the pond. Over here. Well, but that is the end of this campaign. So let's just play the one last day. And here we are. January the 1st, 1936. 100 momentous years have passed and we have entered the modern age. The world is indeed a radically different place, and how the hell did our country did? It was the German century, and it will be the German century. Let's go see the exit card, the scorecard. And look at that. Absolutely amazing. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode and this series in general. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you want to see more of the other content that I've been producing. And, well, hope you guys enjoyed this series. And see you guys next time. And until then, take care.